This edition of MacVoices is brought to you by SupportYourApp. SupportYourApp specializes in supporting Mac and iOS apps since 2011. When your app gets featured in the App Store, SupportYourApp will help you deal with the avalanche of customer feedback, will help you build your support processes faster, and will save your developers time to focus on the product. Learn more at SupportYourApp.com. MacVoices is in San Jose for AltConf and WWDC. I'm Chuck Joyner. Folks, I was able to corral Timirah of TechniGal LA to talk to us a little bit about what they're doing in the Los Angeles area for women in tech. Timirah, it's great to meet you.
Great to be here.
I heard things about you.
Oh, you did?
Oh. I did.
If they're good, they're true.
Well, they were all good. Good. You were a speaker here at AltConf.
Yes.
And I don't know, probably we should start with TechniGal LA and then come back to what you were talking about.
Okay.
What is TechniGal LA?
So TechniGal LA is a meetup group that is based out of LA, and we're over 600 members deep now. Wow. We started off being targeted for high school-aged girls to get them interested in STEM and STEM-related things. And it didn't necessarily have to be code because tech is so diverse. There's a whole array of things that you can do. Literally, whatever your passion is, there's a place for you in tech. So the point of TechniGal was to kind of expose that through workshops, through mentorships, through just exposure to different opportunities, different experiences like hackathons and panels. And we kind of grew to, stay-at-home moms and women in career transitions. And we're like, do you have a child here? And they're like, no, I just heard about this. And, I wasn't going to say, oh, well, you can't. But it was really inspiring to see that. And it really let us know that this is something for all women. And that's what we're 600 members deep. That's what we're doing.
That's great. Now, why did this start? Did you feel that there was a need or that wasn't being satisfied by some of the other? Because I know that you're not the only tech-oriented group in LA.
Definitely. There are some, but not everyone is connected, right? And I felt like there were a lot of people connected to my story. I was doing a lot of speaking at meetups and helping to organize meetups, like individual meetups. But I felt like there were a lot of young girls that were connected to my story because I didn't have any engineering folks in my family. I didn't have any engineering influences around me. And I come from a background of like music and the arts. And nothing in my path, there was nothing to push me into this direction. So there's a lot of girls in that demographic or fall into that category who literally, they have no idea what the world of tech can bring. And just thinking about that and the kind of girls that come up to me all the time, I was like, I should start something. And just like, it started out with something really simple, something really small, like I should do some coding workshops sometimes, or I should just like talk about my experiences, or I should just, talk to some of my peers who are like IP attorneys, and I know a few like CS teachers, and it grew, and we didn't do any type of growth tactics or strategies or like to expand. It literally just organically grew this way, and we're so excited about it.
Well, that's great. That's great. So what's the ultimate objective? Is it just to give women, girls, females, whatever the proper word is, a place to come and learn about tech and be comfortable with it without having the guys do what guys do sometimes?
Yeah. Well, you know what? And it's not necessarily about the exclusion of guys, but it's about recognizing where the need is. And the need is definitely to bring that female demographic in, because there's not enough of us. We don't have the representation, and it's not necessarily always just because we're not offered the opportunities. We're not always aware of that, especially young students, just in the general population, the general public. Like, it's becoming more popular now, but back when I was in school, it wasn't that long ago, but, tech moves fast. But, even when I was in school, computer science was considered typing class, learn type the keyboard, and how to write a business letter. That was considered computer science. And now to think about the different things, what millennials and even Gen Z is doing, with technology now, and what it's grown into, and the possibilities, and it's really done a lot. So just catering to those who are really in need. And it happens to be the women right now. We need it. We need something. And yeah.
That's great. That's great. So what was your talk about here at AltConf?
So here at AltConf, I did a talk that I really love to do. It's called Swift for Objective-C OGs. So this is like an Objective-C friendly talk delivered as an intro to Swift. There are a lot of developers who still haven't made that transition. I realized, because I was there a couple years ago, it's really hard to make the transition, not only just, as a syntax-wise, but more so just to wrap your mind around it. Because there's a lot of skepticism. It is still fairly new. And then for a lot of the enterprises, the process to migrate the code, the legacy code, over from Objective-C to Swift is really slow. So I know that there were some developers that were struggling from that. And so I just wanted to kind of cater to that audience and help them dip their toe in the Swift pool. And yeah.
Great. From what I heard in the hallway, it sounded like you got a great reaction. So
I think so. It was really awesome. The crowd was great.
That's great.
Yeah.
So does TechniGal LA have a website?
We don't have a website, but we are on meetup.com. So meetup.com /TechniGal. So it's technical, but with a G. So TechniGal.
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you so much for the time. It's great to meet you.
Great to meet you too.
Folks, more from AltConf and WWDC in San Jose. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes and to connect with Chuck on social media. Get involved in our MacVoices Facebook group and get more out of your Apple tech with MacVoices magazine, free on Flipboard. And if you find value in it all, consider supporting us at patreon.com/MacVoices and join these folks who help keep MacVoices coming to you. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CashFly at cashfly.com.